Another advanced feature I would like to introduce here is multi-subnet. It's for you to do the workgroup segmentation to prevent the inappropriate communication between different departments. First, I would like to introduce the basic application. By the way, for the multi-subnet, this function is available in DrayTek's business model, such as VIGA 2830 series for the ADS-OTP Plus and the VIGA 2920 series for the fast broadband, and also you can see in the VIGA 3200 for the multi-WAN connection load balancer. For the basic application, you may have 4 different departments: Human Resource Department, Finance Department, Sales Department, and R&D Department, and you would like to isolate those work groups. And VIGA 2830 series provides up to 4 subnets: LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3, LAN 4, for you to isolate these work groups. And when you bundle with our VIGA switch G2240, you can define the uplink and the downlink. So this port for uplink, the data goes to the LAN 1, and to the downlink define in the ports belonging to G2240 only go to the HR department. So right now the work groups already be isolated by the multi-subnet. So when we see the demo, for the isolation of different work groups, you can go to the LAN and choose the VLAN configuration page. In this page, you can define the data comes from the certain LAN port belonging to the VIGA 2830 series and belonging to which subnet. For example, in the VLAN 0 line, you can define the data going to the HR department need to go to the LAN port 1 and belonging to subnet LAN 1, just like our scenario. Here, you know the data comes from the LAN port 1 and go to the HR department and belonging to the subnet LAN 1. By the same token, you right now can separate your different work groups by the setting right here. In addition to isolation the different work groups, for some instance, the different work groups need to have communication with each other to exchange the data. For example, Finance Department gives the payroll for the entire company. However, how much money they need to pay to the certain employee, the information comes from the Human Resource Department. Therefore, they need to have to exchange the information or we say data. So, how I do it? We can go to the LAN general setup. First, enable our different subnets. In addition to enable different subnets via the general setup, you can go to the inter-LAN routing. So when you check the box right here, it means the subnet LAN 1 can talk to the subnet LAN 2. So when we back to our scenario, subnet LAN 1 belonging to the Human Resource Department and the subnet LAN 2 belonging to the Finance Department can do the intercommunication to exchange data. So for the advanced application for the multi-subnet, we can do more. Yes, in addition to isolate your different work groups, for example, the same case, Human Resource Department, Finance Department, Sales Department, and R&D Department, you can also use the multi-subnet to do the QoS for the different departments. For example, the salespeople may need to have the highest priority for their data communication in order to communication with the outside world. And in our case, the lowest priority may belong to the Human Resource Department because due to their business operation, they don't need to have fast data communication with the outside world. So, in addition to QoS, you may like to manage your wireless LAN in different work groups. For example, the wireless LAN in the sales department as the SSID1 and the wireless LAN in the R&D department as the SSID2. All the QoS and the wireless management can also rely on the multi-subnet to do management. So, in the advanced usage, we strongly recommend you bundle with the Vega switch G2240. It can do the Q&Q function with the Vega 2830. So, you can easily use a configuration. You don't have to limit the port connection. So, how we do it? To manage the QoS, also the wireless LAN altogether. If we set the subnet LAN 3 belonging to the sales department, we know we want to give them the highest priority. So you can choose, I choose the number 7, and you say why 7 is the highest priority. It's because in the Vega 2830 series, the priority level will start from 0 to 7, and the 7 is the highest. So we choose the 7, the highest priority for the sales department, and all the data comes from port 2 just like others, but use the Q&Q to separate the packets, and we can also manage the wireless LAN SSID1 just by the different VNID. In this case, is 30. So when we back to our scenario, you see the sales department got a subnet as the LAN 3 with the highest QoS and wireless LAN as SSID all be managed by multi-subnet. Another advanced usage of multi-subnet is you can bundle the multi-subnet idea with the object-based firewall. When you see we already separate the subnet for the different department. For example, your HR department got the subnet as LAN 1. In the IP object, it actually is 192.168.1.1, so which you can use in the object settings, IP object section. For example, you name the IP object as HR, and when you choose the address type, we choose subnet address, then you can plug in the IP object belonging to the subnet LAN 1 belonging to the HR department. So it can ease your setting for the firewall rules.